Ashley Bard, Paws Up program. Good to see you.
You as well.
Yeah, great to meet you. This is the first time we're actually having a conversation, so it makes it just as exciting for me because I'm not sure what to expect. So it's all good. Great to see you. I'm so excited for you to be part of obviously the Country for Critters and Sponsor Energy and the opportunity on Canada Day to win this beautiful vehicle. They're giving away 3. You're up for that. But I really want to jump into a little bit about your organization and learn more so that we can share with people exactly what you guys are all about. So let's start with that. Let's jump in there and just talk about your organization and the mission behind it and the kind of the work that you do with animals and within your community.
Yeah, so we have been around for 3.5 years. We started in November of 2022, and we work solely in the Indigenous community. So we are a boots on the ground organization, and we partner with Lexus Nakota Sioux Nation and Paul First Nation, which are just about, well, one of them is about an hour outside of Edmonton and the other is about 40 minutes outside of Edmonton. And we offer educational programs, spay and neuter, food and supplies, dog houses, straw through the winter. And it's really a partnership. We feel that in order to obtain something that is sustainable for the community and for us, that it's got to be like a genuine partnership. And so far, that is what we do.
Yeah, fantastic. You hit it on the head about the community building part, right? I mean, it's like I said, this cooperative feeling of we work together on this. It's not you coming in and saying, here's what we should do. It's a collaborative thing. And so
100%.
And that's what you need. I love the idea when you say boots on the ground, because that's the truth of the matter. I think sometimes we think maybe about rescue or helping animals and things like that, where it's a facility and people go. But this is the thing. It's really a hands-on, get out into the community kind of a job, if you will. And so that's a really important thing. Let's talk about the impact. Let's talk about what kind of impact do you think? You talked about relationships in the community. What kind of impact do you think your rescue organization is making, in the lives of the animals, but, also the communities that you serve?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely making an impact on the animals, but I think that rescue, there has to be that sustainable aspect to it. And so as much as the animals are important, building those relationships with the community members so that there is that trust there, so that we can get into the schools and provide education, so that there can be a lifelong change versus just coming in and rescuing the animal and leaving, which a lot of rescues, that is their model, which is fine. But we're lucky enough that we are close enough in proximity that we are out there every day, every other day, between the two communities. And we get to know every single animal in the community and every single person, and we get to build those relationships. So when an animal is injured or an animal gives birth, whatever the case may be, we already have a pre-existing relationship with those community members where there is that trust there to invite us into their home for those wellness checks or, bringing the animal in for care. And they know that the animal will come back if it is allowable. We're not in there just to remove animals. We're there to help them.
One of the things I'm really excited about, of course, in this conversation is that you're part of Sponsor Energy for Country for Critters. This is the third year, and it's happening on Canada Day. And this is your first time around, and of course, you're going to be part of the top 10 finalists to have a chance to win one of the 3 vehicles that they're giving away, which is just unbelievable. I know how important that is, but I'd like for you to kind of explain to me a little bit about the Palmobile. If you were to win one of those things, what would that mean for your organization and the people that you serve?
Yeah, absolutely. So our organization is 100% volunteer-based. We have no paid employees. And that also includes transportation. So we all use our own vehicles. We all pay for our own gas. And, me, myself, this year alone, since January 1st, I've done 67 trips. So I've had animals give birth in the back of my vehicle. I have animals pass away in my vehicle. Our vehicles are the lifeline. And, you know, unfortunately, the amount of wear and tear that they do get definitely some days hinders us from being able to go out there. If your vehicle is getting tires or your brakes go, this is all stuff that we all pay for out of our own pockets. So having a vehicle dedicated for the rescue that is just ready to go for volunteers would be life-changing for us. We are a relatively new organization and not very well known. So it's hard for us to kind of get our name out there to be able to get those type of supports. So this is life-changing for us, and we're super grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, I like you said about the volunteer part of it, and most people that are helping everybody in your organization and in most charities. I mean, that's especially animal charities. That's quite normal to hear. Unfortunately, we don't sadly put a lot of dollar value on that, and then to find organizations like a Sponsor Energy that recognize that. And see the connection point. And this is why I think offering the vehicle, obviously, cash and donations and those things are super important. And we'll get to that to remind people that that's needed. But a vehicle is that bridge for you to get out in the community. How do you build those relationships unless you go out and show up? And how do you show up? Well, you have to get in a car or a vehicle.
Well, and I think that a lot of people don't understand that is a barrier for community members, that access to vet care. Many people in the communities don't drive, don't have access to a vehicle, can't bring their animals in when there is that emergency situation, can't bring their animals in for spay and neuter. So without us having vehicles, it just wouldn't be possible. And I'm very lucky that we have so many volunteers that, don't mind getting stuck in the mud in the community when it's raining. Because, the roads aren't like the roads in the city, right? They're dirt, they're gravel if we're lucky. It's a lot of off-roading. We've all been stuck out there. We've all, had to get pulling out of the ditches. It's very rural, very rural. So yeah, having a reliable vehicle like that would be, I can't even put it into words. We literally in the spring, this year, I guess a month or two ago, it was raining so bad that the vehicles couldn't get up one of the hills in the community. So we had to go up in rubber boots and walk the hill. And the community members came down the hill because no vehicle could get, our vehicles couldn't get up it. So it's a pretty common thing for us. So a Jeep, oh my goodness.
I think that's fantastic. So I'm excited for you. My fingers are crossed.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's hope that. So let's talk to the public right now. Let's talk to anybody who's interested in learning more about you guys and what you do. But more importantly, about this campaign specifically, how can people support you and the organization, whether it's through voting or donating or sharing? Because of course, Sponsor is doing a wonderful thing by supporting with these vehicles. But part of the campaign is also donating and voting. Is that up to 57, something of that nature, other charities are going to benefit. So let's talk to that person. How can they support you during this campaign?
Yeah, so obviously vote. We're a pretty little rescue, so we're not super well known. So getting our name out there to be able to compete in this is important. We are foster based, so we are always looking for foster homes. The more foster homes we have, the more animals that we can bring in. And because we typically bring in, they are ill or injured. We're not typically bringing in healthy, easily adoptable animals. So having reliable foster homes that can help when the animals are coming in with broken legs or wounds, unfortunately shot, things like that it's super important so that we don't ever have to say no when an emergency arises. So money is great and the car would be life-changing, but fosters is always our most important.
So I'm excited for you. I'm looking forward to learning more about Paws Up program and what you guys do. You'll be joining us on Canada Day. And hey, fingers crossed. You never know. I mean, to make it to the top 10, I mean, that's pretty exciting.
We're very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see you on Canada Day, and fingers crossed. Best of luck to you, okay?
Thank you so much.